So basically in this tutorial we are going to learn about 404 error handling page. So in this tutorial we are going to learn about 404 error page. 404 error page would be created and it will be only rendered on an invalid route. So basically what we mean by the term that invalid route or due to exception handling, that if a user goes to an invalid route, invalid URL pattern, invalid path, invalid directory, whatever we say, like a 404 error page would be displayed. Either the access would not be allowed, it would be an invalid URL or an invalid operation as well. Okay, so I'll give a use case where we can see this. So our server is running, so I'll move to my server, I'll make a request. Okay, now we can see that on a request our server has started. Okay, so I'll move to the urs.py file. I'll go to this about page. Yes, so it says about response, absolutely working fine. Now in the same way I'll move to my form. Now I can see that on making a get request to this route, a valid page should render. So a valid page should render, and it says, yeah, here you can see, yeah, my form. Okay, now I'll again make a request to an my form 2. Okay, I'll simply type 2. Okay, yeah, now here we can see a page has come. Okay, so till now I've been making a request to a valid route, so there was no issue. But as soon as I make an invalid route, let me type something, my any page. So it says page not found because this URL never existed. My any page, my any page, new page, even this not existed. Okay, let me type something like some random characters. Even this random character URL does not existed. So but we can simply see here you are seeing this error because you have debug is equal to true in your Django settings file. Change that to false, and Django will display a standard 404 page. So basically what I mentioned here, so we will be seeing how we are able to integrate our own 404 page on debug is equal to false. So basically again I'll give you a use case which will help us to have a better understanding. So what we can do, debug is equal to false. So here you can see don't run with debug turned on in production. So like when if we are changing debug is equal to false, this means that we are going to be in deployment mode. So our application isn't deploying, the application is in deployment mode. So like it clearly says don't run with debug turned on in production. So debug is not turned on, so debug is false. So it says, so we are actually trying to be in deployment mode. So if you are in deployment mode, you have to define the host. So right now I'm defining start, which works on all the hosts. Okay, so I'll run my server. Now this is fine. I'll make a request to my server. Yeah, this is hello world, absolutely working fine. In the same way about, absolutely working fine. uh, my first page, yeah, or my form to any of the pages, yeah, absolutely working fine. But now if I type some random characters and move to a URL, it says not found, the request resource was not found in this server. Let me type something as my any page, new page, something like this, even not found. So now our application was in deployment mode. But as soon so what we can do, we can create our own 404 page. So basically what we are going to do, we are going to move this side bootstrap. We are going to work with a jumbotron this time. So like we are going to go to templates, quickly create a 404.html. okay, absolutely fine. And what I can do, I'll copy this, paste it here, change the setting to 404 error page. Okay, absolutely fine. I'll remove this heading. Good. I'll copy this code. Good. I'll paste it here. Good. Yes. So I'll page not found. So I'll give a heading that the page is not found, and I'll give a URL which says okay. So what I'll do, this page something, I'll give a message, page does not, something, we can give any message, this page is missing or does not exist, something like we can give it as sorry, this page is missing or does not exist. Okay, so this is absolutely fine. Exists. Okay, this page is missing or does not exist, and what we are going to do, go to our home page. Yeah, this is fine, and I should define %URL single quotes %sign. So basically we have to define in this single quotes which route we want to move, and we'll move to url.py file, and the name would be index. Okay, okay, so this is fine. Okay, and how we would render this page, so basically this is the url.py file of your my first app. Now I'll move to url.py file of first project. Okay, so please don't confuse yourself with these two files. This is my first project, this is my first app, and you need to define a 404 handler here. So handler 404 says, okay, I'll quickly copy this, or even you can type handler 404, which says you have to define my app name. So basically our app name is here my first app dot views. So basically I'm referring to the views.py file, and I've defined the function error underscore 40 underscore view. Okay, error underscore 404 underscore view. So this is working fine. So it says that my first app dot views dot error underscore 404 underscore view does not exist because I have not defined it. So I'll move to views.py file, and I define error underscore 404 underscore view, which takes request as a parameter and even new parameter as exception. Here you can see. Okay, exception, and it will return render 404.html. Okay, so this is working fine. Okay, now here you can see, let me have a quick check. Handler 404, this is fine, and my first app dot views dot error underscores under view, yeah, this is fine. Yeah, absolutely fine. Okay, now what I'll do, I'll move to my page. Yeah, this is my server, absolutely working fine. I'll move to an about page, absolutely working fine. Now let me move to a random URL. Okay, it says server error for 500. Something is missing. Okay, something is missing. Return request. Okay, I'm really sorry for this. I had missed the request parameter here. Okay, this is absolutely normal. You return render request then HTML page. So you return render request and HTML page. Okay, I'll then restart my server. This is working fine. Now I'll make a random URL request. So yeah, now this is absolutely working fine. So it says page not found, sorry, this page is missing or does not exist, and go to our home page. So yeah, we go to our home page, and you can see this time settings.py file debug is equal to false, and here that's why we can render our own 404 page. So guys, thank you so much. In the next tutorial we're going to try to build some basic applications, we would be working on some features as well also. So I'll catch up you in the next lecture.